What up, Brian?
So man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna, let's see, where's the chat function? Bam. Oh, undo. Let's see. Copy. Cool. All right. We're getting close here.
Nice.
Let me pin. You got good lighting?
Yeah, you good.
All right, guys, we're going to let all you guys hop on here and we'll get rocking and rolling. Today's going to be a shoulder-focused and hip-focused program. We're going to go through some prerequisites really quick for the shoulder. And then from there, Dr. B is going to take you through some new types of hip work, which should be cool. We're going to do some sensory integration type stuff, so should be pretty fun. Let's see, where are we at so far? Okay. That's it. Bam. Back to full screen. All right. We'll give about 2 more minutes here. All right. So if you guys have a wall that you could put your back against, that's going to be handy. But if you don't, it's okay. We're going to use that as kind of a reference point to see kind of before and after to see how the drills influence your mobility of your shoulder. So if you guys do have a clear wall, we're going to be using that here in a second. The key here is we want to really bring home the fact that a motion that is limited is not always limited because of the motion itself. It's limited because of the other motions. So if we can maximize the other rotatory motions, we can improve the motion that we didn't even really picture as being associated with that motion. So let's go ahead, let's get rocking. So if you guys have that wall, go ahead and put your back against the wall. I'm not gonna do that because my walls all have pictures on them, but have your back against the wall with your feet about 6 inches, your heels about 6 inches away from the wall with your back touching. Once you have that position, bend your knees very slightly. This is gonna allow your low back to unload. And now so we're gonna test the right hand. Put your left hand on your rib cage. And all I want you to do is slowly raise your arm up and touch your thumb to the wall. Pay attention to how you're getting there. Are you stealing from arching your mid back? Are you stealing from hiking your shoulder? These are all things that paint a picture of you trying to use other joints to function as the shoulder. And that kind of stuff leads to things such as neck pain, mid back pain, shoulder pain itself. So we want to make sure the shoulder acts like a shoulder and not your neck trying to be a shoulder. The other things that we want to make sure of is once you guys test that, so you get that feel, now switch. Go ahead and put the right hand on the rib cage and raise and touch. Now compare those two. Kind of get a sense of, okay, is my left more restricted than my right? Did I have a pinch point? Was it pain in the front of the shoulder? Because that paints a picture of what things we would want to address. Did I just feel a stretch right here versus an actual pinch here? The next component I want you guys to do is in that same position that you were, let's go back to the right arm, place the left hand on the rib cage and slowly rotate your arm back. This is called external rotation. Now, the things to pay attention to with this one is, once again, if you're hiking and driving forward, or if your shoulder can't even get there, you're kind of right here, not even able to touch, that paints another picture of, hey, we got to improve that range of motion, that rotational component, because that's going to help everything. Now let's switch to the other side. So now my right hand's on my rib cage, and now I'm gonna go straight back, touch the back of the hand to the wall. Same thing, am I hiking? Am I rib flaring? That's why your hand's on your rib cage. Am I jetting forward? Do I have pain? Do I have neck pain? These are all things to pay attention to and to make note of, because that's gonna help you create a program that's more specific to your issue. Now let's go back to the right arm, hand on the rib cage. Now you guys are gonna slowly go into what's called internal rotation. And when you go down to internal rotation, see how far you can get. Technically, it's going to be slightly less than external rotation, but take mental note. How far did I get? Am I able to get past the height of the shoulder, my hand past the height of the shoulder, because you should be able to do that at least. So these are all reference points. Okay, now let's go to the other side. Pulling down. Am I having pain? Where's my restrictions at? Do I have shoulder jetting up to my ear? These are all things to make note of. Once we have that set, now we can start actually applying some training principles to help improve those tests that we just did. So that then it's like, okay, I measured it. Now I'm going to do some type of intervention, retest it. How did I perform? And it gives you basically a way of monitoring your progress. So what we're going to do first here is we're going to open up the thoracic spine, so your mid-back. Your mid-back's super important because it sets the position of your shoulders. And if your mid-back doesn't move, that's another limiting factor that can affect the shoulder health itself. So what I want you guys to do is you're going to sit your buttocks on your heels. And if that's painful for your knees, you could place a pillow to put you up off your heels a little bit. But if you're not having any issues with that, let's go ahead and sit our buttocks to our heels. I'm going to rotate to my left. So I want you to imagine that you have a camera on your sternum, your chest bone. So I have one coming right out of this red hand. I'm going to rotate as far as I can, but I'm going to rotate without side bending. So I want you guys to rotate to the left. Now take your right hand, place it on your thigh, your left thigh. Now pull yourself a little deeper into that rotation. I also want you guys to flex forward a little bit because then that unlocks the mid-back. Now from this flex forward position, take your other hand and place it on top of that hand. So this is where we're going to use our inhalation and exhalation to help us get deeper into the stretch, because ultimately that controls the rib cage, and the rib cage helps us get deeper into that stretch. So I want you guys to inhale through your nose. Imagine trying to take that inhalation into your right back region. Now you're going to feel expansion because we're rotated, so the ribs are expanding. And then fully exhale and take up the slack. Now inhale through the nose, breathe into that right upper back region. Exhale, take up the slack. So we're slowly easing our way into our end range of rotation. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Take up the slack. All right. Now this brings us to our next component. Don't lose this position. I'm going to turn and talk to you guys. Don't lose the position. What you're going to do is you're going to drive the palm of that right hand into your outer thigh like you're trying to rotate your camera, your chest camera back to the right. But you're going to stop it. So it's going to be an isometric, which is a contraction without motion. Let's go ahead and do that. Slowly drive your palm into that outer thigh, your right palm into your outer thigh, and make off like you're trying to twist that way. You're going to feel a lot of things turn on, and let's hold 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try and rotate deeper into it. So try and turn deeper to the left here. And let's hold 15, 14. Try and rotate 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take up the slack. Don't lose position. Let's hold. Remember, we can add a little bit of flexion. So don't lose position, but flex for me while you're rotating. So bend forward a little bit, push into your thigh. You're going to feel your mid-back stretching. All right, let's inhale one more time. Inhale through the nose. Try and expand that right upper back. Exhale. Right there. Now let's start driving that right palm into your outer thigh like you're trying to rotate to the right. Start driving. Let's build it up. Ramp it up. Hold. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now try and rotate deeper actively to the left. Hold. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly come out of it. Woo! All right. Now we're going to go to the right. So we got our camera. Bam. Chest camera like a GoPro. We're rotating to the right. And then this is where you could compare. It's like, okay, I feel stiffer going to the right. Now you're going to take that left hand. You're rotating. Place it on the outer right thigh. Place your right hand on top of your hand. Sounds like a song. All right. And you shake it all about. And then turn a little bit more. Round out your back a little bit. Inhale through the nose. And this time when you inhale through the nose, you're going to expand into your left upper back. So let's go ahead and inhale through the nose. Exhale. take up the slack. So every time you exhale, take up the slack. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more time, take up the slack. Inhale, exhale. Now, without losing position, let's drive that left palm into your thigh like you're trying to rotate your torso, your camera to the left. Let's start driving into that thigh. Try and rotate to the left. With my arms blocking, let's hold. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotate deeper into it. Come on, rotate to the right. Hold. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take up the slack. Back to the passive component. Remember our definitions. If you guys are on prior Zoom calls, we know that flexibility is the passive ability to go into a range of motion. So right now we're working on flexibility. I'm using my left hand to pull me into this rotation stretch. Now our goal is to have mobility, which is the controlled flexibility. So my ability to actively control that range of motion. And that's the key. That's how we mitigate injury. So now let's start driving that palm, that left palm into the outer thigh like you're trying to rotate to the left. Let's do it. Ramp it up. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotate deeper. Come on. Active component to the right. Hold. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly come out of it. All right. Now we're going to get into the specific rotatory components of the shoulder, and we're going to do this in what's called the sleeper position. So if you guys have a pillow or a yoga brick, it's going to be perfect because we can support the neck. But just really quick, it's kind of like, all right, I did this new drill where it's mid-back. How's my shoulder range feel? How did it influence? How do I feel about that motion now? Did it change it a lot? Then we know, hey, you better be doing more of that, some more mid-back stuff, which everybody could benefit from. So let's go ahead and lie on our right side, and I might have to reorganize here. Okay, so we got the pillow for support. Bring the elbow up to the shoulder height. Rotate your body towards the elbow. That's gonna lock your shoulder position. Now what you're gonna do is take the top hand, which is my left hand. I'm gonna place it on the top of my wrist and slowly find resistance 1. So meaning when I first feel that resistance in the shoulder, and then we're gonna hold here. What we're gonna do though, it's gonna allow you to inhale through the nose, exhale, and take up maybe a little bit more of that. But if you try and blast through this, then your body's just gonna fight you and you're not gonna get true tension through it. You're gonna be holding on to protective tone. So let's go ahead and inhale through the nose. Exhale. See how we can take up the slack? Every time you exhale, allows the neurologic system to be like, hey, I'm okay. Safety first. Take up the slack, guys. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Let's do one more inhale. Exhale. All right, so now I'm into some good tension in the shoulder. If it takes one more inhale and exhale for you guys, go ahead and do it. But we're gonna hold this tension right here, doing our flexibility work. So the passive component of joint training. Now, if you guys are here, let's slowly push the back of this bottom hand into my palm of my top hand. This is gonna create a contraction of the shoulder muscle on the bottom. So let's slowly push up into that hand and hold. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now try and take your hand away from the top hand. This is the regressive angle. Let's hold. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't lose it. Place the hand on top. That's your new range we're working. Let's hang out here for a little bit and let me talk with you guys for a sec. So try and respect your true range of motion. If you're competing with yourself and just forcing through range and you're twisting at other parts of your body, like letting your body twist away. See, I can push it all the way down if I do that. Just be really cognizant of, okay, I hit my tension. Really allow that tension to build up. Don't worry about touching the floor because then you're just going to cheat. You're going to steal from other body parts. All right, you guys ready? Let's slowly push the back of that bottom hand into the top palm. Build it up. Push it. Hold. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off. Lift off. Hold. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, slowly come out of it. Now we're going to go into what's called eccentric grooving. So we're going to slowly tug of war. So this top hand, push into that, or press the palm into the top part of your hand, the bottom hand. And then you're going to push hard, but hard enough to create this tug of war where the top hand wins. So this is slowly lengthening that tissue that's contracting right now, and then slowly bring it back. Now tug of war, build up the isometric just like we did earlier, but let the top hand win now. So we're going through a range of motion eccentrically, and then bring it back up. So to all my PT folks out there, eccentric elongation. We're getting that nice tension through the body, moving it through a full range of motion. And the cool part about this drill is you can make it as hard as you want. You can make it as easy as you want or as hard as you want. You can press as hard as you can and make it a super hard battle, or you can let it up a little bit if it's a little bit painful. You can back off on the contraction. Let's do 2 more. Push into the hand, let it win. Back down, bring it back up, push into the top hand. Last one. Let's make it a good tug of war. Push, 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 push. All right. All right. Now, just really quickly, we're going to switch to the other side, but bring that arm up. This should be like butter now because we just cleared out the actual internal structures of the shoulder. So we went from the mid-back to now actually addressing the shoulder, and now it should clear a lot. If you had a pinch point, probably cleared that up a lot of times because it's good stuff. Okay, let's get on the other side. Right there. Lined up. Bring the elbow to shoulder height. All right. Rotate your body towards the bottom hand. Slowly push. Build up to first resistance. Don't force past it. Use your breath to get through it. So inhale through your nose. Exhale. Take up the slack hold. Inhale. Exhale. Take up the slack hold. Inhale. Exhale. Take up the slack and hold. All right. I feel like I'm good too, to some good resistance. Let's hang out here. Hanging out, doing our flexibility work. All right. Now we're going to slowly push that top of the bottom hand up into the top hand. Start to build it up. Don't let it win. No, this is isometric. Hold. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off. Bring it down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't move. Hold it in that position that you just got. Let's hang out here for a little bit. Maybe get some inhalation, exhalations in, maybe 3 of those. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All right. Let's slowly build up. Push into that top hand. Hold it. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift away. Come on, lift it off. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly come out of it. It's time to do our eccentric grooving. Remember, top hand pushes, create that isometric. Slowly let the top hand win. All the way down, that's 1. Make it as hard as you're comfortable. No sharp pain. Push into that top hand. Slowly let the top hand win. Push, 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 push. Bring it back up. Push. Hold. Slowly let the top hand win. Really pushing. You're trying to barely let it win. Match the force. Slowly let the top hand win. Let's hit 2 more of these guys. Back down. Bring it back up. Push. Slowly let the top hand win. Let's hit 1 more. Let's make it really good though. Right here. Push. Harder. Don't let it win. Come on. Slow. Push. Push. Bottom hand's trying to win, but it can't. Top hand stronger. Use your strong hand. All right. Coming out of it. So now let's get into our reassessment here. So let's see. Quickly readdress or retest your overhead and tell it how it feels. It should feel light. If not, we get a couple more rounds in there. That was really the minimal dose right there. That was just one round. Usually me and Joey and Dr. B's, we like to go through a few rounds of that, at least 3, and we spread that out throughout the day. All right, let's hit one more thing before I have Dr. B take it over with his hip work. I want you guys to set up right here, and I want you guys to ring out some internal rotation. So you're right there, hold. So you guys are, think of elongating, so I'm reaching toward you with my elbow, and I'm pulling down. And I'm keeping my elbow at shoulder height. Find your first resistance and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go a little deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go a little deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A little bit deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then come out of it. Now let's do it to the other side. So we're kind of like pressing the save button right now. Elongate through the shoulder. Reach with the elbow. Bring it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try and ring out a little bit more without losing the position we set. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ring it out a little bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Ring it out because I got to get Dr. B on here or else we're going to run out of time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Go ahead. Rock it out, Dr. B. Let's see. Do I have to unmute you?
I think so.
No, you're good. Go ahead. I hear you.
All right, so everybody's just gonna we're gonna go down to like a sitting position. So it's called Barisan. So kind of like a butterfly stretch, but except the feet are kind of out to the side like this. Inside elbows are gonna be on the inside part of your knees. So we're just gonna kind of push down on the elbows, kind of prying a part of our groin. You should feel a deep stretch in that groin area. And we're just gonna kind of hold that here for a little bit of a passive stretch. We're gonna work on a lot of rotational components of our hips today. And then we're gonna learn how to do the opposite. So when one leg rotates out, the other leg's gonna be rotating in. So as if you're doing like a lunge pattern, walking, any kind of alternating movement, right? So from here, let's kind of move into our Bales contraction. So from here, we're just trying to clamp our thighs in together. So push out with the arms, squeeze in with the thighs, just feel some groin tension, kind of build it up to what you feel comfortable with. We're gonna hold it there for 10 seconds. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay where you are. Try to push your knees down deeper, like you're gonna touch the floor with your knees. Take up the slack with your elbows, and that's gonna be our new stretch position. And we're just gonna hold that there for a little bit of a stretch. If you have a hard time keeping your balance in this position, when you're grabbing onto your ankles, you can pull yourself into a little bit more of an upright position. It'll get you deeper into your groin, okay? We're just gonna hold that there for a little bit longer. And you kind of keep pulling yourself forward, just trying to hold that position. Okay, let's go one more Bales contraction from here. We're gonna squeeze our thighs in, slowly ramping that tension up to what you feel comfortable with. And again, we're gonna hold it for 10. So 10, 9, 8, keep pushing. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now from here, we're gonna work on the regressive tissue. So not the inside part, but the outside part that actually stretches that groin. So from here, we're just gonna push our knees down to the floor. You can grab your ankle and pull yourself forward if you need to, but just push your knees down to the floor. Hold for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. If you feel comfortable in this position, you can take your hands off your knees, hands together, and try to sit up a little taller and do the same thing. So push your knees down, squeeze your hands. It's harder to try to sit upright in this position. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. 3 more. Go ahead and push out and down to the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. 2 more. Down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Last one. Push down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Just kind of shake it out. Just feel a nice stretch to the groin and kind of some tissue tension on the outer butt cheeks. From here, we're just gonna stay where we are. We're just gonna drop one knee in. So we're just gonna bring this knee over the top like that. You can kind of turn a little bit to your left side. And we're just basically trying to get our right butt cheek to touch the floor. It's gonna be kind of up in the air right now, but we're just stretching the outer part of our muscles now instead of the inside. So we're working that right leg, right? Again, we're just kind of rotating over. Have your head face the right knee. Good. I'm just gonna hold that there again for a passive stretch. Just kind of feeling that tissue on the top part. If your knee is bothering you a little bit, you can always bend the knee a little bit to kind of let it sit on the floor a little bit. So if your knee already touches the floor, you can turn more to the right, and that will sink you deeper into that position. You're trying to get that pelvis, the femur here, to sink a little deeper into that socket, right? So again, from here, we're gonna do our Bales contraction. What we're trying to push is the inside foot into the floor, right? But you can also put your hand on top of your knee, and we can rotate the knee up. So I'm gonna put my hand on top, I'm gonna push up into my hand, while the inside part of my foot is pushing down into the floor. Okay, go to ramp up tension, 20%, 40, 60%, 80%, and your greatest, safest effort. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax slowly and just turn your body a little bit more to the right if your knee touches the floor. If your knee's not touching the floor again, try to bring the knee down a little bit more. Good. Again, we're just holding that there for our passive stretch again. Everyone doing okay? Okay. Just a little bit more of that stretching. So internal rotation is important for us to be able to stand on one leg. So being able to rotate our pelvis over to be able to shift from one side to the other. Okay, one more time. Let's go ahead and push hands on top of the right knee. We're gonna push up again. Inside heel is pushing down on the ground while the knee is pushing up. Okay, and go. So ramp up tension, 20%, 40, 60, 80. Greatest, safest effort. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax slowly. Again, from here, we're just gonna stay in the same position. We wanna put most of our weight on the left leg, and we're just gonna open that knee back up out into that bear sit again. And then from here, we're gonna transition. So now pushing all our weight to the right knee, we're gonna bring this knee in. So bring the left knee over. So keep pushing your right knee out as you transition the left one down. Good. Now we're just into the other side, but we're just kind of just shifted our hips to one side to the other. Okay. Same thing, knees probably, you can bend the knee a little bit. Knees already on the ground. If you don't feel the stretch, turn a little bit. You can also lean forward a little, sink in deeper into that stretch. Again, we're just here for that passive component right now. And then again, we'll contract for 2 more. Okay. Let's go ahead and stretch a little bit longer, I guess. We're gonna do a little bit more. Should feel most of the stretch on the outer part, no pinching in the front of your groin at all, okay? All right, let's go into the Bales next. So same thing, push up on the knee, down on the inside part of your foot, okay? And ramp up, 20%, 40%, 60%, 80%. Greatest, safest effort, and go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay where you are, go rotate a little deeper, try to get that knee glued to the floor. And we're in our new stretch position, trying to sink that femur deeper into that pelvis. Good. Just kind of opening up that hip. Let's go one more time here. Again, push up on the hand, ramping up tension slowly. So 20%, 40%, 60%, 80%. Greatest, safest effort. Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax slowly. You can turn back to your right leg. Now from here, we're just gonna work on a flow. So we're gonna go from our right leg to our left leg. So starting off, we're just gonna turn our bodies to the right, Try to get most of your weight on the outside part of your right knee. And we're gonna keep that weight there. You can put your hands on top of your right knee if you need to help ground it. But we're gonna open the left knee. So here, keeping both knees opened up as far as we can. You're gonna open your left as far as you can, keeping both open. Now we're gonna take the weight off of the right leg and slowly rotate out. Keeping both knees out, we're turning a little bit to the left. Take up what you can, but try to get heavier on your left leg, and then the left knee is gonna come back in. Then we're back into our left side. Again, heavy on the outside part of the left knee, right? And then we'll transition back the other way. Okay, so now here, weight on the left knee, open up, hands together if you need to build more tension, and we're just turning back to bear, over to your right side. Again, open your left knee, keep turning back to bear, and then back to your left side, sorry. One more time, let's open the right knee, turn. We're rotating, getting heavy on the right side, and down. Nice job. Okay, so now we're gonna integrate what we just did with the shoulder with the hips. Let's have everyone just stand up for me. Okay. So what we're gonna do is with your right leg in front of you, left hand in front, your right hand's gonna grab the outside part of your elbow. So just how we did the internal rotation pails, you can just make like a 90-degree. We're gonna push out with the elbow here. So we're gonna load the backside of our left arm, holding that some tension there. And we're gonna lunge forward, making the knee touch your left elbow to touch your right knee. So from here, we're going down, lunge, touch the knee, maintain tension through the arm the whole time. Let's just do 3. So here, load, slowly all the way down, touch, and then back up. Last one, come over, and then back down. Let's go and switch sides just for the sake of time. Same thing here, left leg in front, right arm up. Left arm grabs the outside elbow of your right, pushing out with the right arm. Again, we're coming into that lunge pattern. Down, touch the knee, come back up. 2 more, down, touch the knee, back up. 1 more, down, touch the knee, and then back up. So what we're learning is to kind of integrate what we just did with our upper body and our lower body. This is basically gonna help you. You're gonna come down, pick something up, run, shift from one side to the other. So learning how to improve those mechanics. I mean, if you're having any kind of pain or discomfort during any of these exercises, just kind of type it in the chat box. We'll kind of help you out with anything. If it gets a little bit more intricate, go ahead and give us a call, schedule an appointment. We can kind of help you out, or give us a consult and give us a call. Any other things, Josh?
Yeah, we could, let's hit one. We got some time. Let's hit another round of what you just did there. Let's do a few more. We have the time. But I also did put if you want to text, if you guys did have questions or anything, I did put the clinic's number up there if you want to text any questions, or if you ever did want to consider getting on a consult to get a little bit more, I guess, specific with your joint restrictions or pain. We could definitely do that too. So let's hit a couple more rounds, man. We got 7 minutes.
Nice. Okay. I couldn't see the time. Let's go. So same thing again. So let's switch it up then. So we'll go left arm, right leg, right? Same thing. Grab the outside elbow. We're gonna push hard. You can push as hard as you want. Just try to stay still in this rotation. We're getting more of that trunk rotation by maintaining tension through our arms. So again, we're coming down, lunge, touch the knee. You can even come all the way down if you want to until a full lunge, right? And then drive off that right one, come back out, right? Holding tension again, come back over, down, right? And then back up. As you get easier and you feel the motion, just kind of control it. So you're starting at the hip, right? So hip motion, upper body motion. Boom, back up. Go a little quicker, right? Boom, back up. Movement should be fairly smooth. We kind of worked on opening up a lot of this range of motion already. Good, back up. Let's go 1 more. So hips to the right, elbow comes down to touch. Back up. Cool. Let's go and switch it up. Other side. Left leg in front of you, right elbow. So push again out with that arm. If you even want a deeper stretch with your arm, see where my hand is? I can bring it across my face. So I can be even deeper into that stretch if I wanted to, and bring it to the other side. So I can push across here, load up all that tissue on the back side of my right side, turn the hips, back down, back up. Good, again, over, down, deep as you feel comfortable with, right? Back up, over, down, back up. Let's go 2 more. Over, down, back up. Over, down, and back up. Nice job, everyone.
Yeah, so definitely Joey, Dr. B, and I have really looked at the current training models, and man, from a performance standpoint, it's all about gaining control of our left and right side. And a lot of the standard aesthetics training is very what's called sagittalized. It makes your body become bilateral, so meaning you become stuck in position and unable to alternate. So the goal of like that little sneak peek that Dr. B gave you is the type of training that PMPT is all about. We're all about maximizing the pieces and then bringing it all back together integrated with the ability to oscillate from side to side. And at the end of the day, that's true human performance, is being able to alternate, engage, disengage. So if you guys do have any questions, we definitely will stay on here for the remaining 4 minutes. If not, man, have a fantastic weekend, and man, hope to hear from you guys, and then hopefully see you next week. We're probably going to throw some new stuff at you next week. We'll get some more of that integration stuff. Right, Dr. B?
Yeah, let's go.
You have anything you want to add?
No, that's good. I mean, we're just relearning how to train again to be human, right? So if you're doing a lot of bilateral training like squats, push-ups, they're all great exercises, but does that relate to how you walk and how you move around? Because squatting is not going to make you better as being a walker, right? You're just going to be good at getting out of a chair. That's about it. So if you're trying to get better at being human, you want to be able to learn how to alternate between one side versus the other and just kind of coordinate it. Because when I reach forward this arm, it's not just my right arm that I'm working. My left arm is pulling back to try to control that position. So can they move together to coordinate that movement to rotate my spine? And it gets a little bit more intricate as the arms connect to the legs. I mean, that's what we're trying to get people to be better at. And that's where we kind of get into a lot of this joint training, learning how to build tension. So just ways to kind of keep people moving and just kind of living a healthier lifestyle, and then trying to build a little bit more intention on why you're doing it, right? If you're squatting to be better at just squatting, great, right? If you want to be better at running and walking and you're just doing squats as a training exercise, then you're not hitting what you're looking for. So we make sure that whatever you're doing, there's some sort of intention behind of what you're trying to achieve, right? Unless we're just trying to be good at exercising, which is not really the main goal for a lot of us.
That's where I think some of the fitness industry's got lost its way. It's turned into either aesthetics or training to train. But yeah, if you're training for a specific reason, such as running, that last drill Dr. B just did, where you're touching the opposite knee with the elbow, is key, because that's teaching your body how to rotate into that hip. And at the end of the day, running is all about shock absorption. And if you can rotate over those joints and have the capability to be able to do it and actively be able to do it, that's just going to shock absorb that much more. So that means maybe mitigating knee pain, mitigating plantar fasciitis type stuff, mitigating low back pain, neck pain. These are super important. So definitely, if you want to dive deeper, hit us up. We got our phone number in the chat box. You can text, and then we can set something up. But it's definitely, it's like the Matrix, man. It's like choose your pill. It seems like, yeah, the deeper and deeper me and Dr. B go into some of this stuff, it's like, man, there's way more, there's levels to this stuff for sure. So we're more than happy to share that with you guys. But we have less than a minute, so we're going to head off here. And thanks for joining us, man. We really enjoyed it. Take care, everyone. See you next week.
Thanks, everybody.